tonight. Let me hear you shout if you want to dance in the rain tonight. Come on, shout one more time if you want to dance in the rain tonight. Hey, there's a river running, it never will run dry. Lord, rain, Lord, rain. Hallelujah, the floodgate is open, and it never will run dry. Lord, rain, Lord, rain. There's a river running, say it.
There's a river running,
it never will run dry.
Lord, rain.
Lord, rain on me today. The floodgate is open, say it.
The floodgate is open,
It never will run dry.
Lord, rain.
Lord, rain on me today. Release your favor, Lord.
Release the favor, Lord, let it rain on me.
Release your power, Lord.
Release the power, Lord, let it rain on me.
Release your glory, Lord.
Release the glory, Lord, let it rain on me.
Let it rain, let it rain. There's a river running,
There's a river running,
it never will run dry.
run dry. Lord, rain.
Lord, rain on me today, yeah. The floodgate is open, say it.
The floodgate is open,
It never will run dry.
run dry. Lord, rain.
Lord, rain on me today. Release your favor, Lord.
Release the favor, Lord, let it rain on me.
Release your power, Lord.
Release the power, Lord, let it rain on me.
Release your glory, Lord.
Release the glory, Lord, let it rain on me.
Let it rain. Let it rain. Release your favor, Lord.
Release the favor, Lord, let it rain on me.
Release your power, Lord.
Release the power, Lord, let it rain on me.
Release your glory, Lord.
Release the glory, Lord, let it rain on me.
Let it rain. Let it rain. Say deep calls unto deep.
Calls unto
Deep calls unto deep.
calls unto
Deep calls unto deep. Let it rain. Say deep calls unto deep.
calls unto
Deep calls unto deep.
calls unto
Deep calls unto deep.
calls unto
Right now, say here we go. Jump and dance in the rain. Jump and dance in the rain. Jump and dance in the rain. Jump and dance. Everybody do it now.
jump and dance in the rain.
Come on and jump on it now. It's raining on you.
Jump and dance in the
Jump and dance in the rain. Say rain on me.
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 Let it rain. Say rain on me.
Rain on me.
Rain on me.
Rain on me.
Rain on me. Let it rain. Let it rain. Let it rain. Let it rain. Let it
Hey, 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 hey. Good evening, everybody. Everybody, good evening. Come on, do me a favor. Share this video. You know I despise live videos, but I'm going to do what I have to do. So go ahead, do me a favor and share this so that we can kind of get the word out to everybody at one time. We are just excited and we are just beside ourselves because we have been waiting so long to release this information to everybody. People have been texting me and shooting me inbox messages. Pastor Pat, when is GLAM? Are we going to do GLAM this year? And so, hey, I have decided that we have to get back to life. We got to get back to living. We have to get back to doing ministry the way God has intended for us to live. It's kind of scary, but we have to get out there and we have to get things back in order. Do me a favor before I go any further. Please share this video. Purpose Church, we are on live in our page, church page as well. If you see some women that are not on here, I need you to go ahead and put them in the chat. Get them on here so that we can go ahead and make this announcement, because I want to kind of get everything out all in one time. That way, we don't have to do too much backtracking. And so I know that there's going to be some repeating, and that's fine, but I want to be able to kind of just get everybody together. Most importantly, to love on you and let you know how much I miss you, how much I miss just being around everybody and being in GLAM conference mode during this time, during this season. But nonetheless, God is still faithful to us. Our ministry has not died. It just has been incubating over the time and getting ready for our next assignment, our next season, which is now. Now is our next season. It's here. We are getting ready to get in GLAM mode, GLAM conference mode. And so I wanted to share with everybody on tonight that the date for GLAM on this year would be September 11th. September 11th is the date for our GLAM conference. And it is, the time is going to be 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So this year, our GLAM conference won't be in April. As you can see, April has come and gone. But we moved it down. And the reason for me moving it down was to give us an opportunity for those that are going to get vaccinated, will get vaccinated and all of those things. And then also we want to be able to follow the CDC protocol. And so we didn't want to jump in April and then we won't be able to host and have the people in the building like we wanted to. And so I was reading this morning and I heard this morning on the news that the conferences and all of those things are opening up. And so we're just in time. By September comes, I'm still going to be proactive with just making sure everybody is safe, because I canceled last year because it was just a concern for me. I did not want anyone to come to the conference and be uncomfortable, number one. And number two, definitely did not want anyone to attend and get sick. And so we are definitely still going to keep our numbers kind of tight. And so that's another thing that I needed to share with you guys. The capacity for seating is limited. I just cannot have it open like we normally would host over 100 and something people for the GLAM conference. And then unfortunately, due to the pandemic, I cannot house that many people in inside of the building. The building that we will be in, it will sit 200 people. And so safely, I will be able to seat 50 to 75 with social distancing. And that 75 is that's my pushing it max. I don't even want to go to 75. But 50 to 75 is my goal number. I cannot do anything above that. But what we're going to do, because I know that there are some people who are still uncomfortable with going into any settings like that, and that is perfectly fine. You know my motto. I don't force anybody to do anything. I present the assignment, and it's up to you to invest in it and take advantage of it. And so I'm not forcing anybody to come inside of the building. So what we also have designed to is, even though we will be live in the building, I will set up where we will go live from the building. And so I know before, like, I am very adamant about that, because I just believe that we as women of God, we as women, non-believers, whatever it is, if we want to do something, we will invest in it. And so there is no sense in us treating ministry any different. If you want to do it, you'll invest in it. And so I was very adamant. All of the GLAM conferences, there was no such thing as live during our GLAM conference, because if you wanted it, you would have invested it, you would have been there. And so this year I am making an exception, because I just believe that we are in a pickle at this point. And so we will have those people that want to worship, live together. You can come and you can come live. But then also those of you that are do not want to come in person. I totally understand it. But my pastor has taught me this, and that is that we eliminate excuses. And so if you want to participate, you can do it online. Now, okay, here's where it gets sticky, and people don't like to talk about this part, but in order to do ministry, it's going to cost you something. It's not going to be too expensive. You don't have to take out a loan to come to GLAM. We'll get there one day. Praise the Lord. I received that unto thine self. We'll get there one day, but you don't have to overextend yourself. So the cost to come in person is $78. If you want to come in person, there is a fee of $78. Pastor Pat, what does that include? That includes you have access to everything that's going on the inside, the vendors. You'll have lunch. You'll get material. And Pastor Pat loves you so much that I'm going to give you a brand new mask that will be worn while you are inside of the building with Pastor Pat and the rest of the crew. Amen. So you'll get a brand new mask. You'll get a swag bag full of stuff. You'll have access to all of the vendors that's on the inside. You will have a lunch. And you will be able to hear from this amazing speaker that we have. She is a newlywed, and I know all over my flyers I have Pastor Anitra Jones, but she's a newlywed now, y'all. She's married now. We got Pastor Stevens now. She's amazing. I met her. We were speakers at a conference with Pastor Gail a couple of years ago, and we kind of locked. And I'm just been in love with her ever since. And so I am so excited to have her. She's going to come. And then also we have the most amazing Kim Lewis. She is a psalmist, and her worship is just so amazing. And I know that once we come in and we get together, that once we release her, she's going to be able to set the atmosphere for what God is getting ready to do in the place. So $78 to come in person, $78 to come in person. Now, some of you was gracious enough who paid your deposit for last year. You came back and said, no, Pastor Pat, hold on to it until we have GLAM. So I still have your deposit. It ain't going nowhere. I haven't spent it on anything. I couldn't go on vacation, so it's still in the bank. I still got it. It ain't went nowhere. And so your deposit is still in place. Now, all you have to do is just reach out to either Dr. Yo, Shamika Williams, and they'll let you know exactly, because I forget what happened yesterday. So if you're anything like me, reach out to one of them who's in finance, and they're going to be able to look on the list and say, hey, Sister so-and-so, you put down $25 last year, and then you have this amount left to go. Okay. And that's how that's going to work. And so I thank God for those of you who did not move your coin. You left it there because you just believe in GLAM enough that God was going to bring us back together. So I'm so thankful for you. Now, if you want to worship online, that's nothing wrong with that, because you know how dope this is. My family in Arkansas, my family in Tennessee, my family in California, all of those that desire to come to GLAM all the time, who say, I wish I could come. Now you can come, because guess what? It's going to be online. We are going to have someone inside of the building. They are going to be producing it so that you'll be able to get all of the information that you want to get through an online portal. Now online, it's going to cost you $48. Pastor Pat, what does that $48 include? So it includes everything except for the lunch. Unfortunately, I can't ship lunches to people. I mean, that's just not going to work. Now, you know how crazy I am. I would definitely get in the car and try to drop it off to everybody. My team wouldn't let me do it. And so the $48 will include everything except for the lunch. I will make sure that you get your material. I will make sure that you get your GLAM mask. So if you want to put it on while you're in the house and just feel a part of what's going on, that is totally fine with me. So we will make sure that you will get all of the things that you need for that day. Now let's recap it again, because I know I'm kind of talking fast because, that's just how I do things. But $78 for in person. So if you're coming in person and you want to participate, it is $78. Again, seating is limited. I cannot hold seats. I can't do none of those things. It's limited. It is what it is. It's not me. Blame the pandemic. So I would love for everybody to be able to come in and just join us together at one time under one roof, and just like old times. But unfortunately, we have to get back to life the way it is right now, because it's going to be like this for a while. And I'm not speaking nothing negative into existence, but I want you to prepare your heart and mind that we can't keep pressing pause on ministry. We just got to get in there and do what we need to do. So $78 in person, and then it's $48 virtual. $78 in person, $48 virtual. Those of you who put down a deposit, please, ma'am, please reach out to Pastor Yo, reach out to Shamika Williams, ask them, hey, last year I put my envelope in the church, and what was my deposit? What do I have left? What's my balance? And you can apply that either to your online, or you can apply that to your in-person. One of the two, but just don't miss out. Don't miss out on what God is getting ready to do on this year. I'm excited because GLAM is my baby, and we have been cultivating this ministry for quite some time over the years. And so it builds every single year. This year is no different. I'm not going to be discouraged by what's going on around us, but I have to focus on the assignment. And so we are so excited. Okay, I got a question. So LaKayla asks, are there going to be t-shirts this year? So there are going to be t-shirts this year, but the t-shirts are going to be strictly for sale. I was thinking about this little drip that I got going on here. Okay, let me rewind. Now the theme for GLAM this year is glitter, glam and glitter, or glitter and glam, one of the two. But we're going to bling it out. So we're going to be blingy this year. So that means I want to see the bling out t-shirts, the glitter t-shirts. I want to see the bling out Chuck Taylors. I want to see the bling out jackets, the bling nails. I want to see, it's going to be just glitz and glam, glitter and glam. So I was thinking about going with this logo for the GLAM this year. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sold on it. When we get our t-shirt and all that stuff together, it's going to be for purchase. Not expensive, but it's going to be for purchase. And so we may even set up a little package for a little bit extra of those that want to have their t-shirt when they come in person. All right, glitter and glam. Thank you, Pastor Yo, because I couldn't remember what we had talked about earlier. Any more questions, just go ahead and put them in the chat. I'm going to try to be looking over there and grabbing things as it goes on. Also, do me a favor. Let's see. Tasha, go ahead, and I'm going to have the producer to go ahead and put the flyer up so that we can see where we're going to go and grab our registration, because there is a website, a web page that we're going to go on that we can grab this registration information. And so the deadline for registration is August 9th. Again, the price is $78 in person, $48 virtual. Registration is now open. So please do not wait until the very last moment to try it and get your registration in. Really, the people who put their deposit last year is kind of one-upped on everybody. So make sure that you go ahead and get registered. The location is the Donata House. It's in Wheaton, 3 South 501 North Naperville Road. That's on the flyer. That's on the information that's posted there. And again, it is in Wheaton, Illinois. Now, I'm not doing any type of hotels or anything this year, except for maybe like the staff and the out-of-town guests. So I'm not doing any type of holdings this year, but I will share the information of where we will be, but it'll be up to you to book your own hotel room this year. And so really, we just really want to get back to ministry. We want to get back to the basics of things, and we want to get back to serving God the way He intended for us to serve Him, with spirit and in truth and with excellence. And so again, we're looking forward to having everyone come to GLAM. We're looking forward to having you. September 11th is our date. We will come in there about 10 o'clock, 10 to 2, 2-ish. And we will have vendors there. We will, I wish Paget was on here so that she could give us a listing of the vendors that will be in the building. Some of our vendors, those that have been with us probably ever since we started doing GLAM in the hotel, those vendors were like, oh no, keep our registration fees too. And so we thank God for them. We have some vendors that's going to be in the house that are just like our regulars. All right. Any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? I'm really excited. I hope you guys will take advantage of this opportunity. Now, the other thing that kind of goes hand in hand with this is my new book, GLAM. I have a new book, GLAM, and it is out. And I have copies here. I have copies here at home where I can sign them. I can mail them out to you so that you can have a signed copy. I would prefer to do it that way. Or you can go on your own to Amazon.com, and you can grab the book yourself. I just won't be able to sign it until we see one another later on. But if you want a signed copy, you can go ahead and inbox me, and I can get you a signed copy, and I can get it mailed to you. Now, I have a couple of giving options for the book. Is $12. You can either Zelle or PayPal me, and that's with the email address trishhill@ymail.com, or you can do Cash App, which is the $ Leyas, Leyas, and you can send that also if you would like to purchase a book. And so I'm excited about that. The book is doing amazing. And I had just decided, so that's Leia 79. I'm sorry. So it's $ Leyas 79. I can never remember the number at the end. So those are ways that you can purchase the book, which is $12. I'll go ahead and sign it, throw it in the mail for you, and you will have it. Okay, I think that is it. Anybody else have any questions that you kind of want me to go over or touch on? I will do that in the next couple of minutes. If not, just go ahead and look in the comment section, and they have put all the pricings. We will, after this live video, post all of the flyers. All of the information will be going out. It'll be on Purpose Church, the website, so that you can go on purposechurch.com. You can get it there. You can get it on all of our social media outlets. Most of our leaders will be posting about it. And so everybody will have this information, and you can be able to go to them with any questions or concerns. Again, those of you who put down a deposit on last year, you can still apply that deposit to your payment for this year. So all you have to do is just contact either Pastor Yo or contact Shamika Williams. Somebody put Shamika Williams' name in the comment section so that people can just click on it directly. Dr. Yolanda Simmons Battles is in the comment section. If you want to know how much you put down on last year, please just contact one of those ladies and ask them how much did you put to the side for GLAM. And that way you will know what you have to add on to it. Again, the capacity of the building, the Donata House, if you look it up, donatahouse.com, if you look up the facility, it's huge, and we have access to the entire house. And so I have plenty of room. I'm just trying to assure those that are still kind of like iffy about going to different places. You're not sure. I have access to the entire house, and I'm not going to pack it out because I am in the medical field, and I know how COVID spreads and how quickly it spreads. So we want to make sure that everybody is safe. I'm not going to pack everybody in there and just make this a situation where it's not safe for everyone. So please, 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 only 50 people. We want to be able to get everybody in, but unfortunately we can't. Our capacity is just limited due to the pandemic. And to be quite honest with you, even if CDC lifts it, I'm still not comfortable with 100 and 150 people in the building together just yet. I'm just not comfortable with it, and I have to play this safe. So we want to be able to assist you with whatever it is that you have. Any questions once we log off, or you think about something and say, oh man, I should have asked, reach out to somebody. If they don't have the answer, they'll make sure they get it to me, and we'll figure things out for you. So again, the prices are in the chat. The flyers will go out. Any questions or concerns that you may have, we will be able to answer those with no problem. Again, we have two options. So either you can continue to worship online, or you can come in person. If you feel like I'm vaccinated, I feel like it's going to be a safe thing, I'm going to go ahead and go. So two options. Also, don't just bring yourself. Bring somebody else with you. Make sure that you bring someone along with you, so that when it is time for us to go into worship, I don't have any glimpse of what God is going to do in September. I have no idea what's going to happen. I just know God is going to move. And so we have to be prepared to move when he moves. So I would appreciate if everyone could be in the building together, but unfortunately we can't. And that's not something that's a sad thing, because we've been virtual worshiping God for almost 2 years, a year and a half, whatever it is. And so we're doing pretty good with what God has given us at this time. All right, that's all I have. I'm going to have the producer to throw up the flyer one more time. Then we're going to kind of end this. And so any other questions or concerns, please, please, please make sure you reach out to somebody. All right, y'all, have a good evening. I love you all. And that's it. Peace out.